This episode's sponsored by microdose.com. To learn more about microdosing THC, go to microdose.com. Use the code Opie to get free shipping and 30% off your first order.
Would you rather watch a poor guy pick his nose or a rich guy pick his nose? I notice that sometimes I'm more enraptured by watching
rich people.
Yeah,
because you think they would have a designated nose picker.
I just
bring somebody in.
There's probably like nicer stuff in their boogers. Is that weird?
Well, yeah, that is a little weird.
That's what I think.
You think their boogers are a little sugary?
Like maybe,
a little bit on the sugary side.
Like I want to see if this freaking CEO pulls a pearl out of his snout. You know?
Why don't you do the show with one of your breasts out? Like you did
Chris, he's talking to you.
What the fuck? I'm losing weight. I cut bread.
Honestly, I don't want to see women picking their noses. I don't think that they shouldn't be able to, but
You don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it, dude. I don't want to see it. And I'm sorry, I've been hiding and keeping it inside of myself, but I don't want to see it anymore. My grandmother died with I'm sure, honestly, a nose full of boogers. I bet she had to breathe through her mouth for probably 40 years.
Your grandmother?
Yeah, but she never picked her nose, I bet.
How do you know?
Yeah, I just never saw her do it.
She probably blew it out, though.
Yeah.
Did
That's
some
fair.
nice snot rockets in the bathroom.
Little lady hanky kind of thing
Oh,
going?
if she woke up at midnight or 2 a.m. and went out in the yard and blew it out, that's fine.
That's okay.
You know?
I wanted him to come on my face, but I had to literally go underneath and have it drip.
Way back when I was 17 years old, I played basketball, and Bill Madden, who was on the basketball team,
All right.
he introduced me to the snot rocket, and my life has never been the same.
What do you mean closing one nostril
I
off?
never saw it before. He was running up the basketball court,
just turned.
and he turned toward the sideline and blew a snot rocket. I'm like, that is genius.
Yeah. Revelation Day.
And to this day, I remember that moment.
Sure.
It's one of those things you'll just never
Of course.
forget.
Right. You don't know where you were on 9/11.
Boy, when Bill Madden. I sort of remember the birth of my second kid, sort of.
Sort of.
But I do remember when Bill Madden introduced me to the snot rocket.
That's good.
How did boss get bodies? What I want to suck.
She has low self-esteem, and I was on top of my game when I met her.
I reckon you must have been on a hell of a game that night.
Oh, please. Look at her without her Spanx.
She happened to be watching Def Comedy. He drinks Jack Daniels and does Viagra every night. He sits at O'Neill's in Maspeth.
How old is
alone watching the Mets. Well, not anymore.
Why are you blowing up his spot?
He fucking loves it. He loves it. He loves the show. 32. With same age. I'm 32. We went to high school together.
He needs a job.
He is. He's a firefighter. He's a firefighter.
He needs a part-time job.
He runs into fires fucking full stiffy.
I remember the stuff you got a little high, the brown stuff.
Yeah.
Man, maybe the highest thing you do is like feel up your friend a little bit, even if he was a dude, you know, like just something kind of.
I remember touch dickheads or something.
Dude, I remember laying in a truck and just feeling my own breasts for like an hour one time with some weed. But you know, natural activities, not stuff.
Sure.
It's not gay because you're on Blue Dream.
Exactly.
You're on the Blue Dream,
It's
so
fine.
no one's going to question that you're feeling up your friend. Dude. You guys want Viagra's? No. I've never done the pill. He loves it, man. I think I want to try it, maybe.
Yeah. Why?
Just to try it.
Why?
I don't know.
It's so stupid.
I don't know. I don't want to like.
It's so stupid.
Now you're making me look.
At the end of the day, no.
Now you're making me look silly because I wanted to try it.
Dude, you're at the stage where you turn off the kids are in bed.
Right.
It's dark. You clean your ass, and it's on, and you go to sleep. And she goes back to reading or whatever game she's playing on the iPad, and you go into whatever thing you're looking up on the Wi-Fi. Yeah. That's it.
Did you see Fed Up, the movie?
Yeah.
No, she did.
It's amazing.
Good
isn't
one.
It?
Mm-hmm.
It's changed my life. But then again, people around me hate my fucking guts because that's all I talk about is Fed Up. I finally calmed down.
You think that's the reason?
one of many. At least I know one of the reasons. I just want to try it one time.
Stupid. Why? For Russians, don't you watch those commercials? You can get a tumor in your head. One of your balls can fall off. You can pull a nugget for life. It could be cancerous, but it's worth the boner for 4 hours. Yeah. How retarded.
That's the power.
Why would you put that in your system?
I never have.
Stupid of people.
That's the power of advertising, though, that those drugs on TV.
You can get a tumor.
Yeah, like if it's a 60-second spot, 50 seconds of it is everything that could go wrong.
If you have
and then 10 seconds, you could, but it'll give you a great boner, and then people will fucking
if you're
get
full-blown retarded, don't take this. If you're fat and overweight and dumb, don't take this.
Well, all right.
You can die of cancer. For a Woody.
Women don't get along. Like women, I feel like guys actually can get along together. I feel like until lesbianism really prospered, I feel like a lot of women have never really loved each other, probably.
Obviously, there's, discrimination, racism. Of course. But there's also homophobia. There's also anti-Semitic. There's everything. Right. But they
all
make
covered on his CD.
No, that's
5
and his arm.
No, that's
a lot of tattoos, people.
Have you taken Viagra?
Never taken Viagra. Never.
All right, I can have a conversation with Chris.
Never taken a Viagra.
What
the
fuck?
I've never taken a Viagra. I just said I might want to try one.
No, you
as
don't.
a goof. As a goof. As a goof.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You dummy. Who you hanging out with? Who you hanging out with the last couple of months? What's wrong with you?
It's a goof.
It's a
What
goof.
happened to
I met this lady. I invited her to a comedy show. She was a casting director. I invited her to a comedy show. She comes out, and the show was I had invited her for the wrong night. So it was above this restaurant in Los Angeles. So I was just like, well, let's just have some dinner. At least I can spend some time with her. And she was an attractive lady. So we sit and had dinner, and then about halfway through, the next day was my birthday, and I told her, and she's like, oh, well, you want half of this pot cookie? And I never had one. Took half, dude. About 40 minutes later, I couldn't remember how I knew her. I couldn't remember if we were like husband and wife.
Oh my
you
God.
knew her, but not how.
Well, yeah, and it was just bizarre that we're sitting here having this like nice dinner in this romantic restaurant. I was like, I have no idea how I know this lady.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So I finished dinner, and then I tried making out with her by the cab stand, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she shut me down, man. Then I went home, bro.
But we did find out that Chuck's daughter might be a little funny.
What's that mean?
Little hell. Goddamn, she's queer as a football bat.
A football bat.
What is a football bat?
She's queer.
You don't think you had anything to do with that?
He's not happy about that because Chuck thinks a certain way, and then it turns out his daughter.
Whatever you hate, your kid is going to turn into that. That's the way it works.
Just the sound of your voice makes me want to go muff diving.
My brothers captured a possum, and one kid in the neighborhood said the only thing he knew about opossums was that his older brother had told him that you could shoot him in the head with a .22 rifle, and the possum would still run for about 400 or 500 yards.
Wow.
So we did this.
Is that true?
Yes, it totally happened. We lost him. He ran away from us before he got away from us, and so with a bullet in his head.
You shot a possum in the head?
I didn't do it. My middle brother Mike did when he was 15.
Somebody took the challenge.
Yes, we took the challenge. There was like 9 of us in the neighborhood. We shot the possum in the head, and then as it ran towards the woods to get away from us, we all 8 or 9 of us ran right along behind it.
Right.
The possum
Along behind it.
Because we wanted to see how far he's going to go. Well, that's just hillbilly idiot fun. There's nothing to do in the neighborhood.
Wow.
I believe the possum thing, though, because...
What's going on? Didn't you have a sister?
No.
Come on.
And my mom was at work. We were unsupervised. 9 years old. Her friends are over from the neighborhood. So I go in the room.
I don't know if you should tell this story.
What? No, I'm just saying how a kid can get you in trouble.
Your CD.
No, I want to hear this.
No. So I just came in the room.
Friends over.
She
What's
was
going on?
with her 2 friends.
Yeah.
And I just go in the room, and I always beat her up, or do whatever. So I'm beating her up, fooling around, beating her up. And she goes, "You're just flirting with my friends."
Holy shit.
I go, "What?"
My nephew, come on, outside. We got a fort. We'll tackle you. So I'm fighting these kids for hours, having a ball. Around 6 o'clock, my donkey's itching. Like, there's no reason why I should be itching. Like, you know what? Maybe it's just because I'm hot and sweaty. It's the only area it's itching is my donkey, right? So is
it the whole balls or
no? It's on the shaft near the head.
Shaft near the head,
right? Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going through I'm like, all right, there's no reason why I should be. So now I go home and I'm sweating and my shirt's wet from running around out there. It was warm out. I get in the shower.
Can I guess what it was?
What?
Does it ruin your story?
What?
Because I think I might know.
I want you
to
guess. I like this.
I think it was a tick.
It was a tick, and he was already lodged in.
I met this man and we did some shows in South Africa. This is probably about 4 years ago. And I saw Brian Adams by the breakfast bar at the hotel. Remember? Everything I do
cuts like a knife.
Do it for you.
Still big. Still sells out. Still sells out.
Yeah, I'm more summer of '69.
I saw him eating yogurt though in the mornings. But
nice.
Hey, Breuer, I love your stuff. Let me tell you how you get a fucking kick out in about 10 seconds. Take a match or a lighter, and you light something and get it really, really hot, like a end of a nail or something metal, and you touch it to the top of that fucking kick, and it'll back out like fucking seconds.
I think you missed the part. I think
He's
you missed
right.
but I think you missed the part where Breuer said the tick was on his dick.
It was on my dick.
yeah, dude, I was in this club. I mean, it wasn't really a club when I was growing up. This kid told me it was a club, but
oh my god,
this kid Mario, dude, used to defecate in his yard.
Okay,
and then made me bury it. Right, and he told me we're in this special club. So and I would bury it, and that was kind of my role in the club, I guess. But
you're like a cat. You would just go over and scoop that stuff over. Really? So did you watch him shit?
Sometimes they had a shovel. I don't remember if I watched him or not. I just
but he
knew
would
that.
just come get you and go.
Well, you
Here's
had to
time.
bury his shit.
It's time for the club.
What else did you do in this club that you wanted to be part of it?
He said that was.
I think just be over there and hang out. Like just be. They had a slide. I remember. And
Oh,
they
so
had,
all right. So for you to hang out, they decide they're gonna fuck with you a little bit.
yeah, and they had free pecans, but it was just me and him in this club, right? But what I'm thinking is, if a girl had been in that club, like, yeah, they were welcome, probably, but who fuck? Some clubs you don't want to be in.
Yeah, I don't think a girl would want to be part of that club watching you bury your friend's shit.
Yeah, I don't either. But that's what I'm saying.
And I also think to be a club, you got to have more than 2 people.
Well, now we're deciding what a club is and what a club is.
I like how they had free pecans.
They did have free pecans over there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
GH, can I remind you that Denzel Washington won an Academy Award in Training Day for using that word.
They owe them one, though.
What word, Kenny?
They owe them one because he didn't get one for glory. When he used it earlier, where he should have got the
True
award.
that. What word was that, Kenny?
That word that Sherrod said.
I can't say it, GH. Sherrod can, but I can't. It's like playing Operation with your
Suffocate him. Suffocate.
That old game.
I suffocate
Operation.
him.
Yeah, he suffocated him and drowned him, and then the
Drown
legs,
him.
the legs were
Done.
dead.
Life went right out of him.
All right, Chuck. Thank you, buddy. 2 in 1 day.
We used to pull them out of our old hound dogs on the back porch like that, and then bust them with a hammer once the blood spurt everywhere.
Good old-fashioned fun down here in North Carolina.
That's awesome.
Damn. When I was living out on Long Island, I rode over a possum, and it was one of those, boom, boom, boom,
Right.
And I'm like, oh, that thing is so dead. And I looked through my rear view mirror, and sure enough, that thing kept walking to the side
like
of the road.
nothing.
I'm like, I just ran that thing over, and it's still alive.
Oh yeah, we need more. I guess we need some.
There's Russian
hell is that
possums.
We
about?
need to get them in the military. Somehow.
Armadillos. They used to call them Russian possums.
Yeah,
where I'm from.
Yeah.
because they're armored.
'Cause they were ready for war, dude.
They
had a lady allegedly had breastfed one by us. This black lady.
Really?
Yeah,
that
you
was
think-
the rumor on her.
Well, you think it would be a white woman. When I first heard the rumor, I was like, yeah.
Naturally.
That's a white lady.
Some
breastfed
hillbilly
an
lady.
armadillo?
Right.
She breastfed an armadillo that had been sick.
Oh, good for her.
Pretty beautiful, really. It's almost like a little grapes of wrath for our neighborhood.
That is a wonderful story. You need a good story from your upbringing because most of them are horrific, man. With the playing kickball with the pedophiles and
Yeah.
it's your daughter though, Chuck.
A Muslim girlfriend.
Chuck, you think she was born gay or what?
Oh, fuck no. It's for fucking attention and just to try something fucking new.
For attention.
Let me tell you something.
You don't think your molestation had anything to do with it?
You don't think people are born? You don't?
Did you ever flirt with her 9-year-old friends? Be honest.
I was hoping you were going to tell me about this letter, though.
I should have fucking. Well, now we should just, I don't know, Google it or something. Because I
Maybe
wanted
somebody
to go.
from Indianapolis could tell us what this
I fucked
letter
up.
is about that Lewis Black says is amazing. It'll change your life. Didn't he say it'll change your
Yeah,
life?
and of course. See, that's the thing. I'm always given the key to happiness, and I never want to open the door.
No letter. I wish Lewis was here. I mean, letters changing a life.
That's what he
In a
said.
museum.
That's what Lewis Black said. It would have been life changing, and I didn't.
Didn't change his life. He's still pissed. He's still up there barking, tearing it up.
How was your weekend, Sherrod?
Long and...
Why was it
great.
long?
Well, I did a bunch of shows in the city.
Right.
And then a friend of mine, Jamie Lynch, he had a singing performance on Friday, and then an after party.
Yeah.
So after the shows, I went there, man.
And just partied your ass off.
It catches up to you.
Fuck.
I thought I could still party, dance it up all night.
Are you starting to realize you might have to slow it down a
My
notch?
knees felt like I had Patrick Ewing knees when I woke up in the morning. It was the worst.
What?
Line 10.
Line 10.
It's your boy.
It's my boy.
Ian Halpern.
Oh, Christ. Well, a couple things about that movie really fast. The film guys set up these cameras and told the city, I believe, look, we just want to film traffic patterns on the Golden Gate Bridge. They knew a lot of people were jumping, and they set up these cameras, making believe it was all about traffic, but they wanted to catch a lot of bodies actually, going.
Right.
And through the whole film, you just see these little dots of these people. They're jumping off the bridge. They're killing themselves. And then the other thing, we interviewed... Yeah, that's from the movie.
Oh, wow.
That's from the movie.
Look at this guy. He's an older guy, too. He's just like,
he looks like he has a Trump hat on. And then, isn't that crazy?
Oh, my God. It's crazy.
If you've never seen the bridge, it's pretty brutal. I'm not going to lie to you.
What's the...
Pretty brutal. You're not that depressed, are you, Chrissy?
No. I told you, nobody's suicidal in my
All
family,
right,
so I
good.
think... But, like, when you jump into the water like that from that height, is it the same as hitting the ground? Do they say?
They say it's
the science
like
of that?
They say it's like hitting concrete.
They say it's like hitting concrete, but in my head, I'm convinced I'm going to make it.
Yes.
Right.
And every once in a while, someone makes it.
I'm convinced I'm going to make it. I'm convinced I'm going to tort my body a certain way, like a torpedo, and go down. And as soon as I hit the water, I'm going to spread my arms out to slow the velocity down.
The other thing, we talked to one of the guys that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. Yes, we talked to a guy that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, and he survived. And the question we asked was, all right, man, as soon as you jumped, what are you thinking? And he said it. He goes, as soon as I jumped, I thought to myself, I don't want to kill myself.
That's everyone's thought.
So how the fuck did he survive it, though?
He just survived it. It's too many years. I forgot exactly.
He had to break bones in his...
We had him on the phone, and he said his first thought was, why the fuck did I just do this? And he lived to tell the story.
Yeah.
All right, this is a weird start because these fucking headphones don't work.
This weekend was crazy.
The beauty of you is you always rise to the occasion.
Thank you, Kenny.
There you go.
So, if life throws 10 problems at you, you find 100 reasons to be good.
What the fuck does that mean? Still down the hall. Let's reach out to Donald Trump Jr., see if he wants to talk about this a little bit.
Try to find him.
Yeah. Well, no, we got his number.
I knew that. That's what I meant. Try to find him if he's not out.
Probably combing his hair somewhere.
He's got great hair.
Is it just me?
Which is strange because his dad has such shitty hair and his son has amazing hair.
Really do you think he combs it, or do you think, honestly, two Latino dudes rake his hair in the morning? That's what I feel like.
I think so. With that big stiff wide rake. The spiky one. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
I think it's because of his dad. The paranoia set in early, and that guy has a brush in his hair every night.
Yeah, all
100 strokes.
It looks like all of them.
Yeah, probably 100 strokes.
For every hair product imaginable, just to keep making sure it's all right. And it's not going to go the way of Pops. Paul, you had a bad experience on edibles?
Yeah, my friend said take a little piece of it, so I took the little corner of it. And I was laying at home at my bed, and every time I rolled around, it was like the walls were shaking, like there was a magnitude earthquake happening. Ooh. So I said, you gotta come pick me up. He goes, well, go downstairs, grab a water. I was afraid to open the refrigerator because I thought it would turn it to bright sunlight out. So I ended up licking snow off the ground outside.
Hello.
Hey, Chuck, what's going on? I'd rather talk to you than Ian.
Okay, I was going to ask Kenny, what was Amy wearing? She had one of them short skirts on?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to answer that, Kenny? Kenny's really not giving anything up here today.
No, I thought we were going to break, and I was going to tell a pussy-eating joke.
Well, he kind of started it with what kind of skirt she had on.
Are you allowed to answer that question? Did Amy have a shorter skirt on?
Amy wears skirts on stage to the thrill of the first few rows.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I wouldn't give a fuck if she talks about my mama.
You just love it.
goddamn right. She does something for me, Opie. I don't know what I like them fucking big legs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Amy wants to.
She wants that. She wants somebody looking at them thighs.
Yeah.
Every girl wants them.
She doesn't want them described as big legs. I don't think Amy has big legs.
But big in a good way.
I'm talking about, I like a woman that's got some meat on her bones, can throw that
Yes.
shit at you and make you fucking work for it.
Yes.
Ain't nothing worse than that bone pussy. If you wake up in the morning, you got a bruise above your fucking dick.
Yeah.
I like some meat.
You want some meat on it. It's the difference between
Hell yeah.
It's the difference between fat and fatter than a motherfucker.
I don't know. She does something for me, man. I don't know what it is.
I agree.
Did you hear about the baby born with the giant tongue?
What do you mean?
They put this in front of us. Like,
what are you
they're
talking
testing us.
Is pictures?
They're testing us.
Is it bigger than the
They're
mouth?
testing us, I'm telling you.
Do I
There's
want to
no
see
reason why this should be on the news. That's the kid with the big tongue. They're testing us, I'm telling you.
Baby girl born with what?
With a massive tongue.
Adult-sized tongue.
Right.
Smiles for the first time after changing surgery. They like changing surgery. So they took the tongue out.
Right.
All right, let's see before then. Let's see the before tongue.
You didn't see this yet?
No.
They're testing us, man. Don't fall for it.
I mean, if the tongue... What? What do you mean? What is it?
There's no reason why this should be on the news. They want you to be looking at the sideshow.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know the sideshow works.
It works in the circus.
I need some stamps licked.
She's a cutie. Look at her. I need some stamps. You're a son of a bitch, sir.
I failed the test. I was trying.
What?
That's stamp licking position right there.
Who do you got in there today?
We got Sherrod.
What's up, Mike?
We got Sherrod Small.
Yes!
Oh, my God, one of my favorite humans.
Likewise, man. I thought you'd be undercover somewhere, killing ISIS.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I go straight from here. I go to LaGuardia, and I take that direct flight from LaGuardia to Mosul. That's a direct flight, yeah. So it's an overnight flight, and they serve you a meal, and then you land, and you get involved in the fight. You just start killing people.
That's
Killing
gangsta.
people. Yeah. Damn.
How do you know the difference between LaGuardia and Mosul, by the way?
Yeah.
They look the same.
And then I go and get a haircut today.
Looks good, though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your hair looks good.
You didn't fuck up.
It's hanging in there.
Yeah.
And my hair cutter, he's got like bronchitis / whatever the fuck, and I'm like, he's just coughing and hacking. I'm like, dude, I would have never got my hair cut today. I don't need a haircut this bad.
See, that pisses
Because
me off.
I get sick very easily.
That pisses
But you got the
me
flu
off.
shot.
And he goes, I'm on antibiotics. You're fine. Is that true or not?
That's what
I
they
don't think
say.
it's
You
true.
can't pass it. That's what they say.
And then I talked to the lady at the front when I'm paying, and she goes, "You should have saw him yesterday if you think he's bad today." I'm like, "How many people is he giving bronchitis to, or the flu, or whatever?" So if I'm out the next few days, it's because my hair
Because your
cutter.
hair cutter.
Fuck! I would have just. All you had to say is, yeah, you can come in today, but I'm not feeling that great. And I would have said, you know what? I'll wait till next week.
Think of this poor bastard. He's making zero. What is he making? So that he wants to go to work and cut hair while he's. I gotta go to work today. I need a sex tomato. I really need. You should stay up. No. This is really gonna help. Do
you want me to shave your neck?
Your eyebrows? You want me to get you?
When you see your own dick turning black, well, I don't know what.
I said, "Ooh, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's back to normal. Thank God."
How would you know if your dick is dying?
Because it's purple now. I'm like, ooh.
How would you know if your dick was dying? On a white guy, you would know. It would be a dark fucking.
Well, your dick will turn a different color. If my dick looked like my fucking the same color as my knees after tag football, I better rush to emergency room.
So here's the thing: you can get in, right? But when you start pissing, you create like a suction,
right?
So it ends up getting stuck on your dick. So I wasn't expecting this at all. So I'm driving, I'm pulling off to the side of the road, but like, because I'm freaking the fuck out, you know what I mean? Like I can't get my dick out of this thing, and there's like,
what kind of car do you have?
God, don't do this.
You guys put your dicks in everything. Well, we have a friend who is on a rescue squad, and they got a call for a gentleman. When they got there, the gentleman decided to pleasure himself, but not with a bottle. He decided to take a back brush from the shower and insert it in his ass.
With the back brush from the shower? Oh, that you wash your back with. And he stuck the handle in his ass. Or the brush part.
He took the handle.
No, you go handle.
I just want to see how this nigga living.
The handle usually has a hook, and he couldn't get it out. So by the time they got him to the hospital, he had to get off the stretcher and walk into the hospital with a sheet around him, but a brush sticking out of his butt. He looked like the Easter Bunny.
No, you guys wanted him to look full. He didn't. Why wouldn't you just? Why wouldn't you just wheel him in? Some asshole at the hospital's like, oh look, man, this is the furthest we could go.
Put on these bunny ears for us.
I don't know. You're gonna have to walk from here. You guys are sick fucks.
Hold this Easter basket when you walk in.
Right. That's what I'm getting out of this story. You guys are sick.
Fucking assholes.
Because I mean, like any job, it gets boring after a while. So you get something like this going on. You're like, all right, I know what we'll do. We'll tell him, this is the furthest we could go, and he'll walk into the hospital with the brush sticking out of his ass. Make sure everyone knows. Text
Madam,
everyone you know.
Do you condone that activity?
So what did it get hooked on? That's what I like question. Like, what's it hooking on in his asshole that he can't?
No, I'm sure just.
But you have to remember,
an old chicken wing.
And I just got a comment. I liked your video, Opie, a lot. And I'll tell you what, that prima donna princess went from fucking shock jock to fruitcake, curly-haired girly man.
Who's that?
I don't know. Your phone's crapping out. What is he saying, Kenny?
Thanks for calling.
Kenny is just not having any of this. He's just not having any of this. Boo, 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 boo.
Opieradio.
Boo, 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 boo. Boom, 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 boom. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo.